a final pair of virtues of belief, conservatism, and or it's actually conservatism is the virtue, but it also goes together with revisability, and we'll talk about. But first, let's understand conservatism. The book uses this term. I'm not so thrilled about it, but that is, they say that a belief is conservative in virtue of the fact that it's compatible with other beliefs that we already have. That is, it's consistent. It's supported by other beliefs that we already have. The idea being that we've tried to be careful, and we're not just believing anything, we're just believing things based on good evidence. So the fact that a new belief comes along and it's compatible with the other beliefs is a good thing for it to have, on the one hand. On the other hand, we also want to keep in mind that we want to revise or have our beliefs revisable. That is, while we want to accept things that are consistent with what we believed in the past, what we had good evidence for, we're sometimes going to find out that regardless of how careful we've been, we've made mistakes. So revisability is a virtue that beliefs have, that is, that they're open to change. That is, if we get new evidence, if new things come across, if people pointing out problems, that is, we would like to revise it. And if you look at it, if we don't think that our beliefs should be revisable, or we don't have enough revisability, we lead to what's called dogmatism. And the idea is, if we think, once we accept something, we got to accept it forever, and we're led to the belief that the thing has to be true. It's a dogma. We can never change our minds. But look, we do make mistakes. We get new evidence. So we don't want to be dogmatic about something. When you hear about dogma, oftentimes you hear about people with religious beliefs. That is, their particular religious institution has certain beliefs that you're not allowed to change, you're not allowed to revise, that they are dogmas, which might be okay in the case of religion. In terms of rational belief, you want to always be open to revising your beliefs. And that's if you're not open to revising your beliefs, you're dogmatic. If you're ready to give up your beliefs just because you have something new, that is, something new comes across, it's inconsistent with your other beliefs, and you're ready to give up all your other beliefs, that leads to what I call in the book extreme relativism. That is, it's just, you're not worried about what's reasonable anymore, but rather whatever is relative to whatever you believe at a certain point. And these two characteristics of beliefs, conservatism and having the right amount of revisability, give us an idea of what it is for a person to have a rational belief. And that is, the thinker's belief is rational only if the believer is thinking about it. He's presently thinking about it. He could give you evidence or reasons that he has for it. And in addition to which, he's not aware of the beliefs failing any of the virtues. That is, he's not aware the belief fails to be true, fails to be reasonable, consistent with the thinker's other equally reasonable beliefs, and kind of conservative, not in conflict with the thinker's other reasonable beliefs. And if all of these hold true, we have, or the thinker has, a rational belief.